Okay, I'll give it a shot. Babe. Yeah, this...
The last one they were...
I'm gonna pinpoint the sadness, because it got weaker.
Got it!
The amount of fear you felt is rather low, despite your legs having given out from fright.
Ooh, true.
Could something have lessened your fear? Actually, I did experience a sudden burst of courage at that moment. You did? Where did it come from? Let me think. Oh, it was Mama. I suddenly felt as if she was there with me. Okay. I'll enter sudden burst of courage. Now let's see. Oh, look! Oh. Determined, Jinxie. Apollo. The noise is all gone. Jinxie seems to have remembered everything now. Bye-bye. That's cute. Hello.
Ooh. What you doing there? Why am I so tiny all of a sudden?
Because I had to shimmy you.
Oh yeah.
Because your big hair was blocking the text bar. Oh.
That little thing handing her father a picnic basket. Her mother.
Sudden burst of courage. Now where could that have come from? Jinxie, was there something that gave you a sudden burst of courage? Yes, there was, but I realized I had done something naughty when I thought about it later. Oh? Any idea what could have given Jinxie that courage? Well, there is one piece of evidence that comes to mind.
Flower?
I wonder if she saw something like it at the scene of the crime. You have a photo of the crime scene?
Flowers?
Yeah, it boosts
Yeah.
Jinxie's
Literally
courage.
says it
Literally
there.
just says it.
Take that!
Jinxie, you didn't happen to see a nine-tails flower there at the scene, did you? Ah! The demon lawyer strikes again! I can't hide anything from you! I found a small case with a picture of a nine-tails flower on it. I liked it so much I kept it. You what? You can't remove evidence from a crime scene? Apollo, you realize who you work for, right?
Yeah. You realize what universe you're in, right?
That's right, young lady. Removing evidence is a big no-no. Now, the witness will produce said evidence this instant. Sorry, so sorry. It does seem to be some sort of case. Oh look, something slid out. It appears to be a key. Might I have a look, your baldness? Ah. This is none other than the master key to Kyubi Manor.
Okay.
Are you certain of this, Prosecutor Blackquill? It matches the serial number of the key that went missing after the murder.
Master key that went missing. Oh, why don't I like the sound of that?
Our little scamp here has stumbled upon an article of unimaginable consequence.
Really? That important?
That's a little melodramatic, don't you think?
Heed those words, for I shall say them but once. The sole key to the Fox Chamber has been in this little scamp's constant possession. Ergo, she was the sole person who could use it before, during, and after the murder.
What do you mean before?
Which leaves the master key as the only other key that could have opened the chamber. But this master key was found in a room that had been locked by this girl.
And your point is?
Until Jinxie Tenma opened the Fox Chamber with her key, the room had been locked tight from the outside world. And there was no one else in there save the victim and his killer. I trust you have figured it out for yourself by now. A killer other than Mayor Tenma himself would be utterly inconceivable. No!
Objection!
Oh?
How could this happen?
Okay.
Oh,
Bless you.
you?
The defense's assistant will refrain from growling her frustrations.
Athena, are you alright? I know Mayor Tenma's innocent, but there's nothing we can do!
I can see
This
his nipple.
sucks. What?
I can see his nipple.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
There is no nipple.
There is a point right there.
That
Look
is
at
just.
it. Look at it.
That is just. Look there.
That is nipple.
That is not nipple. That is just. That is just bad curvature. That is just bad
I
curvature.
think it's cold.
You're fine. Okay.
I'm okay.
Yeah. Hey,
I wasn't perfect. I was just making an observation.
It's just always good to double check because you remember Turnabout Big Top, where Regina was
Oh, like
15?
Yeah, like everyone was into her and she was getting married to someone. And, oh, everyone was in love with her and yeah, she was a child.
She was like, yeah. She was 15 and then like and then Maximilian Galactica and fucking...
The guy in the wheelchair?
No. The guy with the puppet.
Oh.
They were in a sort of like tug of war over her. And,
Yeah.
But again, 15. So I always have to double check. Also, it's Ace Attorney. People pass the bar at that age in this universe. So always good to check.
The game is like, this is a full-blown adult with a career and all of this, and then they go, at 14!
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, whoa!
Oh, where are you going?
I don't know. I'm being cursed again.
Uh-oh.
What the
Doing?
I don't know. I'm not doing it by myself. Nope.
Possessed! There you go. When it goes over there, it's probably picking me up now. There you are.
Okay. I think I'm okay. This sucks. Sykes Dono. Allow me to put you out of your misery.
You just keep picking feathers out of that bird and putting on them.
Can I decline your offer?
Abandon your client and your misplaced faith in him. Let the relief of a clear head and a clean conscience come rushing in. That will make the inevitable guilty verdict far easier to accept.
Oh, great. Now he's playing Simon Says with us. Oh, well, he's not gonna fool us with his stupid mind games. Athena, don't fall for his tricks. No, I'm the one who's dazed and confused. I can't even think straight.
Don't worry, Athena, neither can I.
Charm won't come off.
You're a demon.
Get this thing off me.
No, we have to protect ourselves.
Ow.
If I take it off, I'm gonna slap it back on.
You wait till the next version. You wait till the next version.
I'll slap a charm on her too.
You wouldn't dare. But it's fashionable, says the luthier. Hey, are you alright? He fell right into his trap.
Now, I suggest you make a mad dash from the courtroom and into the wild blue yonder. Only by running shall your mind be cleared and your conscience cleansed.
Alright, I'll be back in Stay with me, Athena.
She's literally gonna run out the door.
Don't let yourself be twisted by that samurai. Apollo?
Mr. Justice, I heard the word objection, but what is it you object to?
Oh, right. The objection was more of a reflex than anything else. Oh, I was hoping something would come to me while I was trying to stop Athena.
I wonder if lawyers do that sometimes. If they're like in an argument with their wife or their, husband or whatever.
Oh yeah, well,
And
just like court
randomly,
reflexes come out?
Yeah, just they don't agree with something and they go, objection! I mean, no!
I'm not at work, damn it!
Working in call centers, like,
Oh, yeah.
I know you've had it happen to you. You answer the phone, your normal phone, and say the greeting from work.
Oh yeah.
And, like, surely that has to happen with other professions, right? Where you have to use certain phrases.
You would think, yeah. I can't imagine it wouldn't. Like, I remember one time, I think I've told this story before, where I used to work for emergency services. And on one of my off nights, my mom and my gran would have they still do, they have this weekly phone call where they just kind of just talk for a couple of hours, despite them having seen each other the day before or knowing they're meeting up tomorrow, or they keep in touch regularly. But she rang the house one day. Remember landlines, kids? And I picked up the phone, and without thinking twice about it or realizing I was at home, I went full emergency. Which service? Do you need Garda, ambulance,
fire, or Coast Guard. And then my gran is like, AJ, it's your nan. Oh, right, oh, whoa. And then I kind of snap back to reality. You know, there goes Rabbit. I was just like, it does. You just kind of, you start to associate the act of like picking up the phone with certain vernacular, and so I can't imagine that it doesn't happen to lawyers where if they're in a day-to-day argument or disagreement with a friend or a spouse or whatever, that they don't kind of go, they don't use like, you know, objection, overruled, you know, judge, the judge says that, but still.
Surely that, Can't believe it doesn't happen.
No. Oh, bad part is I can still remember all my emergency service scripting, and I have not done that job now in about 15 years. It still haunts me.
I can't remember mine from...
You didn't do it long enough.
I did answer the phone like that one day.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I know the second part of it was, can I have your reference number please, but I can't remember how we used to actually
Oh, okay.
come to the...
Yeah.
Or... I can't remember. Part of our job was pretending we were somewhere else as well.
Oh yeah, you weren't allowed to be in the county that
Yeah.
the people were calling from. Yeah. You had to pretend to be outsourced.
Yeah.
Which, like, I understand because people can get crazy.
Oh, I'm quite glad we weren't where we were telling people we were, because a guy threatened me one day. He was coming down to that office and he was going to beat the shit out of me.
Yep.
I was like, oh, good luck.
Okay, I'll be waiting outside. What color outfit should you be wearing? And I can just, you know, I'll know it's you.
Poor randomer gets beat up instead of me. Oh.
Those people are always just all talk.
Oh yeah.
Because
He was out and about when he was saying it though.
It's like that meme I showed you earlier where it's like, just remember, if your flight's delayed, there is a special fleet of planes that they keep stashed aside, so for when you give out to the low wage workers.
When you're extra mean to them.
Yeah, when you're extra mean to the low wage workers, there's an extra fleet of planes I think, and that just appears. Yeah.
Like that stash of stuff in the back of the shop if they yell loud enough.
Oh yes. Yeah. Fuck. We love people.
No, we don't.
Okay, you missed the sarcasm.
I thought you were gonna finish with like, we love people but we hate customers or something.
Oh no. I mean, present company excluded, people suck. So.
Generally customers.
Yeah. That's why, like, if I ever have to ring like the phone company or anything, I'm like, they must love having to deal with me because I'm just so passive about everything. Because I'm like,
And you know it's not that person in
Yeah.
particular's fault.
yeah, I'm just like, yeah, okay, that's not your fault. Yeah, okay.
My mother, I pity everyone. What are you, a fucking robot? Mom, that is a human being. They have to say those things.
Yeah. It's because of people like you that they have such stringent?
Stringent.
Yeah, stringent scripting and have to say things a certain way, so that because of people like you, they're not legally, they can't legally be accosted for you taking what they said out of context. Like, yeah, customers suck. Be nice to people if be nice to people if you phone customer support or you need help in a Walmart or something. Be nice to people. They're just trying to get by. They don't want to be there as much as you do. You know, just be good people.
Oh, we're just waiting.
Okay. Oops. That's
Sorry, Judge.
Yeah, look, this is going to be a very short segment, so if we have to extend things by having a little tangent or two, you know, that is just the way it has to be.
The court is waiting, Mr. Justice. Though, as it stands now, I'll be forced to declare your client guilty, and your legal skills suspect, if this is it. Now, do you have anything that could overturn the prosecution's case?
Well, actually I do.
Do we now?
I'm Apollo Justice, and I'm fine. Apollo, you do have something more than your cords of steel, don't you? Not really, but we'll be fine. But I've got absolutely nothing. But that's never stopped me before.
I was just about to say, shut up, Trucy, but that's not Trucy, that's Athena.
I have to explain how the real killer could have escaped that locked room. Because it's all over if I don't.
The vent. Has to be the vent. Then Mataro was on stilts.
Apollo! This calls for a new approach. Try to think outside the box.
And inside the vent.
I was just like, thanks, Mia. Because that was always her phrase.
Yeah.
Turn your thinking upside down. Or in this case, inside the box. And what a doozy that locked room is, too.
Only there was an opening in the ceiling.
Well, Mr. Justice, do you have anything that can counter the prosecution's argument?
Well, I am glad you enjoyed the tangent, Salutia.
You bet I do. The real killer must have escaped from the locked room one way or another.
Vague conjecture shall only earn you a taste of my blade, Justice Dono.
Time to do or die. Literally.
The defense will now explain how it would be possible to escape the locked room.
You sure about this, Apollo? Can you really explain what happened? I'm fine!
Apollo with the 2 margaritas. Say whatever you like about Friends, but there are some moments in it that just work for these kind of things.
Uh-huh. I'm surprised
Ross being fine with the margaritas. I'm surprised that
it's not a pop. Remember all those Friends pops we saw
yeah.
where...
I was gonna say I'm surprised it's not a meme, but then I'm like, I don't know if it's a meme.
We saw those
Apollo with the margaritas.
Yeah, we saw those Friends pops the other day where like Phoebe had the naked cat and like Joey was in the Superman suit and yeah, like it might have been Rachel, but I'm surprised there's no
Ross with the margaritas.
Ross with the margaritas. Is that also Ross in leather pants? Is that the same meltdown?
No.
No, okay. God, I
No,
love...
Ross wears the leather pants on a date.
Yeah.
And he can't get them back up.
That's what I'm thinking of,
Yeah.
I
putting powder on his legs and stuff and he can't.
Yeah. I love those videos you showed me a while ago where Ross scenes without the laugh track. And he's a fucking psychotic.
Yeah.
I love those.
Or sometimes you take away the laugh track and his internal monologue.
Yeah.
And he's just a creeper staring at everybody.
Yeah.
He is a bad guy though.
Oh yeah, he is a shitty human being for sure.
Even the writers confirmed that his son went away because he was a bad father. Like Ben just disappeared.
Yeah.
After a certain point in that show.
Yeah.
And they never really brought him up again.
Yeah, and you would think if they wanted to keep a Ben character around, they would just replace the child actor. But they made a point of saying no more Ben.
Yeah, he went away, and then years later, one of the writers confirmed, yeah, because Ross was a father, he wasn't allowed to see him anymore. I do love the bit though where his dad is looking at Emma, him and Rachel's baby,
Oh yeah.
and he's like, oh, first grandchild. He's like, Ben! Like, how did you forget about him? I think he kind of goes, granddaughter. So I feel like that might even be a nod at, like,
Oh, yeah.
or a nod to everyone forgetting Ben existed.
We just need to think this whole escaping a locked room thing over from the beginning. So, let's see. If the killer had escaped, how could they have done so? The choices are pretty limited. The room has a window, but
And it only opens like 6 inches.
it doesn't open wide enough for anyone to get through. And there's a sheer cliff outside. As for the air vent, it's up too high and there's nothing you could stand on to reach it. Needless to say, the forbidden chamber wouldn't open no matter what we did, so that's out.
What about with the master key? No? Does the master key open that?
Yeah, but Jinxie had that.
After she opened the door. They could have used it to go in that door and closed it. But then they couldn't get back
They couldn't
out.
get back out, yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, that's why we gotta keep the solution simple. Like they say, simple is best.
Oh, is it something to do with hiding behind the door? Is it the broken statue?
Maybe, yeah.
We need to rule out all of the absolutely impossible escape routes. Then, whatever's left might just lead us to how the Fox Chamber was compromised. Your Honor, the defense proposes that the killer escaped through here.
Oh god.
Oh boy.
The door, I guess.
It has to be the door, right? Because the window doesn't open enough. That's too high to jump through.
I get into the...
And they can't get into... Oh!
But...
What if...
Okay.
Out the door,
Mm.
back this way, and into the vent from the outside?
Not have bars on it.
Possibly. But if Jinxie is coming this way...
Yeah.
Now, in her mind, she thought she saw Tenmataro. But if she heard jangling when she's going that way, what if the jangling she's hearing from here is because is because of whoever's in here, because she's hearing it from here? You get what I mean?
No. That's not what happened.
Okay.
So, killer...
Educate me.
Killer is wherever they are right now, right? Jinxie came down here, opened those doors.
Yep.
Fell to her knees, apparently.
Yeah.
Because her legs went down from under her. Then she went down here to the phone. It's only after she came back from the phone, that's when he ran past her.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of it as he ran out as she approached.
No, she had opened the door already and then she went to phone police or whoever.
Right. Okay.
Then he ran down this way. He has to have been in the room.
Okay. So the only real option then is the hallway door. Like, that's the only real option that...
Could, like what you said could have happened? What led her to go to the Fox Chamber? In the first place? Did she hear something?
That I don't remember.
She just went there with her key and opened it for some reason.
Yeah, well, she is the maid, so she could have just been doing maid shit.
Yeah.
Take that!
Go for it.
The hallway door? Oh, well, yes, I suppose that would be the only way out.
It will appear you've already forgotten. The only available key until Jinxie Tenma came on scene was within that locked door. How would one exit the Fox chamber and then lock it without a key?
I should have seen this coming. Remember, Apollo? Keep it simple, stupid. I mean, keep it simple.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Yes.
Yeah, but what is that? What's that from?
Oh, it's just a phrase. It's one of those, you
I thought
know,
it was from a movie or something.
it's probably been used in movies, but it's just one of those things where, like, you remember, you know, you remember something by using a word or a passphrase or something, you know?
I could understand if the killer had exited the room with a key, but
Well, Mr. Justice, the prosecution has some fine Japanese steel waiting. Unless you explain yourself quickly.
Oh.
Yes.
It is the design principle that started with the Navy.
Oh, there you go.
I'm fine. I can explain myself. The reason the Fox Chambers hallway door was locked was because...
Oh. Herc locked it from the outside. It couldn't just lock on its own. And locking it from the inside serves no purpose if you're unable to escape. So it has to be the perp locked it from the outside.
So he left.
Which is really not looking good for Filch. Because if
No.
he's the caretaker, he would have a key to that door.
Yeah.
And therefore be the only person bar Jinxie with who would have a key.
Yeah, there has to be another key to this room.
Well, the meter went away, that's good.
What if the room was locked from the outside? In other words, the killer took the key through the hallway. Ow!
Consider this. The master key was found inside the tightly locked Fox chamber. Any assertion that the key was removed from that room is a blatant contradiction of fact.
Exiting the room before locking the door would require taking the key outside.
Oh, she opened the door. Was it on the floor outside, just beside the door?
But the key was found inside the room, which it does seem like a contradiction. If only we could explain both. Like how the key could be inside the room and be used to lock the door from the outside.
Nobody's ever made a copy of a key ever.
Well, let's see if the defense can respond before Prosecutor Blackquill draws his sword.
A judge is just ready and willing and able to let Simon Blackquill cut us down.
Mm-hmm. Let a prisoner murder you in court.
Yeah.
In front of him. Yeah.
Judge, are you okay? Did you go to Chili's this week? Are you having withdrawal, maybe? Did you make it to bingo?
There's no one to swim with anymore.
Ah, yeah, maybe he's missing Gant.
Who else is he friends with? Like the governor or something.
And Blackwell immediately goes to fucking drawing position. Did you see that?
Change the lock.
Hold on.
You wanna show me?
Right?
Draws his sword. Oh, like,
Yeah, he's
Ready! He's just ready to cut us the fuck
He
down.
doesn't have a sword, right?
Oh. This is adorable.
It is. Look, they're all determined.
Right. Slipped it in when the door was open. That doesn't make sense.
No. Put in from the outside. Is there like a gap under the door? Would they have slid it in under the gap? Or did they change the locks? So the master key didn't actually matter?
Two thought processes.
Okay.
The open window, which I don't know if I believe, because that still requires leaving the foyer and then going around to the window and feeding it back in.
And there's a cliff drop on that. So
Yeah, so how do you get that, right? Then again, we do have a newspaper showing him fly, so...
That's true.
So, bear with me here. That might not be out of the realm of possibility. The other idea is... I'm going back to my idea about the air vent.
Okay.
Like, he lobs,
dropped it in.
lobs the key into the vent and it just falls.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I'm going to go through it in from the outside because the other two just don't make sense.
No.
You can't lock the door
No, 'cause
and
if
slip
they-
it in while it's open.
Yeah, no, the change the lock wouldn't work either because then...
And Mataro's a locksmith?
No, but if Filch somehow got the locks changed,
Hmm.
but then they'd have to change Jinxie's key out as well.
Yeah.
Because
'cause
hers
there's-
opens it later on.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
no proof that the master key would account for the new locks. Okay.
What if someone threw it into the room from outside? You know, something like go out of the hallway door, lock the room, and then toss the key back in through the window. That would explain how the master key could be inside the locked room.
And where would you throw it from? There is a cliff outside the Fox Chamber's window. Throwing the key in from there is an impossibility.
Oh, right. Oh! I wonder if the key could have been tossed in from somewhere other than the window. Somewhere other than the window? Huh. Yeah, the air duct.
Okay.
I knew it would come in, like, if nobody was going to jump into it and crawl out that way, it had to
I have to
factor
commit
in.
to it some.
Yeah. Depending on how hard you lob the key in, you could, like, you
Ricochet
could,
it off the corner and bounce
yeah,
it
like
down,
a snooker trick shot or something.
Yeah.
Or it's an air duct. Maybe the air just carries it down. Maybe the current just fucking carries it.
Yeah.
Maybe it didn't even intend to be to land back
Yeah,
in the
they
room
just
at
threw
all.
it in the duct.
Yeah.
and
Just to
let
get rid of it.
Yeah. Had it not fallen out, it just still be in there.
Yeah. There has to be the air duct, right?
Yeah. The only other way in.
Take that!
The air vent.
Yeah. The window may be out of the question, but the air vent's not. Oh, that's right. The Fox Chamber's air duct leads out into the hallway. That's right. The real killer entered the air duct from the vent outside the Fox Chamber. Then dropped the key into the room through the vent. Oh, so they're going with my...
The original theory of them getting into the vent. Okay.
Yeah. Then drop the key into the room through the vent inside the chamber. Hooah!
That's preposterous!
Ooh! That explains how the key got in there after it was used to lock the door perfectly!
Mr. Justice. I'm afraid I'm a bit confused.
Oh. Judge not know what an air duct is.
What are these air vents you kids are banging on about these days?
Don't worry, I'll explain it so even your honor can understand. The look of shock on him, like, wait, what? Let me explain it like you're 5. Senile old coot.